listening to Jai Long, and this is Make Your Break. Whether you're a big-hearted creative or an aspiring entrepreneur, let's take action on your dreams, reconnecting you with your why and giving you the how. I'm here to dish out actionable mindset tips and fun industry secrets to help you blow up your biz. From eye-opening reality checks to motivational gold, no two episodes are ever the same. So tune in weekly, skip the FOMO, and let's dive into the deep together. Hey, let's talk about marketing. Now, I know that you know there's so many different marketing strategies, and some of them can work for you and some of them just won't. Some of them can be really hard, technical, big strategies with big, long-winded things you got to do and spend a lot of money and put in a lot of action. And other ones can be really simple and can pull in so much work for you. Now, with today's strategy that I talk about, this is actually a coaching/mentoring session that I do with Amanda. Amanda's from Earth and Soul Photography. She's a family photographer, and she actually left me a review for the podcast. Now, if you listen to the last few episodes of this podcast, you would know that I've been giving away each month a mentoring session to one lucky person to give you a strategy to help your business get known by new people. Now, today with Amanda, the first part of the call was me understanding her business, where she's at, what she does. And then I give her a single strategy because she's already doing so well on Facebook that helps her with her Facebook marketing. And today I want to share it with you. So before we get into it, there's a couple of different things. One thing is I want you to know that these kind of strategies work across any niche and any industry. And there's a few things in this episode that I want you to take away. So one thing I want you to take away, and a really important thing, is a little strategy I call copy stalking. So copy stalking is literally looking around at what your perfect and ideal clients are saying and the questions that they're asking, and actually using that in your own marketing and in your own advertising. So on your ads, on your sales pages, on your website, like wherever it is that you talk to your clients. So places that I actually do copy stalking is in emails. So my clients always send me emails and they've got a ton of questions, right? And then so I can look around at those and then I can get those questions, I can reword them, but keeping them very similar wording, but I can put those on my website. Facebook groups are also another one. If you can get on a Facebook group where there's people that are your perfect clients and see the questions that they're asking, and then create content around those questions, right? This is such a powerful way to get your name out there. Now, just wanted to push that home. This can work for anyone. There's so many different variants when it comes to this marketing strategy that I'm giving today. This one's very new because I'm talking a little bit about AI and things like that. But I want you to remember that like marketing doesn't need to be hard. Business doesn't need to be hard. And there's so many ways you can book out a 6-figure year, so many different strategies that could work for you. You don't need to do all of them and you don't need to do the things that don't work for you. And I think that's one of the most powerful things to know, especially as you're first starting as a creative business owner, or you've been doing it for a long time and you see so many platforms you got to jump on and so many social media content we got to create and things like that. So this one strategy could literally change your life. And just to like put things in perspective, there's been so many times that I've used one single strategy to book 6 figures worth of work in my creative business and even now in my education business, right? So we think we need to reinvent the wheel and be across 1 trillion platforms, but really we need to go deep on something, have a strategy so we can keep showing up over and over and over. And that's what today is all about. So I really do hope you get a lot from this. Now, Amanda left a review and I want to read it out to you. If you want to be in the run-in to win next month coaching session with me so I can give you a strategy specifically to your business, to your niche, where you're at and what you're doing, then all you have to do is simply leave me a review. The link's below and it's on Apple Podcast app is where you can leave the review. So this is what Amanda said. Jai, your podcast is not only amazing in so many ways, but so many of your episodes have been quite life-changing for me. Your wisdom that you share is so invaluable, not only for my business, but for me personally as well, as I'm truly grateful for all the time and effort you put into the free resources for us to soak in. Thank you so much. Much love, Amanda. So thank you so much, Amanda. I really do appreciate the reviews. The reviews help my podcast reach new people. It also allows me to jump on and I read every single review and just see just see what's resonating, see how everybody's liking the content. And because a lot of the times, just like right now, I'm sitting in my room talking into a microphone to nobody, it's good to see that it actually impacts and reaches people all over the world. So big thank you. So let's get into today's episode. I really do hope you enjoy. And don't forget, leave us a review if you would like to have a coaching session just like this one. Okay, so this is a strategy that I think would work really well. So right now you do book a lot of work from Facebook groups, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So this strategy is going to help you double down on that strategy. So what I want you to do is start a blog on your website. And then the next thing I want you to do is go onto those Facebook groups, troll through them, and look for questions. So when you're looking for questions, people are going to ask questions about anything, you know? So it's like, what kind of, so I'm guessing you do a lot of family photography as well?
Yeah.
Like maternity photography. So people are going to write things in there, I'm guessing, of like, what kind of stuff should I wear at a photo shoot? What's comfortable while you're pregnant? What brand of chocolate should I buy? Like what, you know, I actually never been in these groups before, but I'm just thinking like, what are the main questions and threads that they're asking all the time?
Yeah.
Now, what I want you to do, I want you to sign up to Jasper.ai.
Yeah.
So Jasper is AI for writing blog posts. Let's fucking do it, actually. Let's do it together. All right. I am actually, so just to talk you through it, I'm going to share my screen with you. I'm going into Facebook right now. I am going to go into, Melbourne weddings and brides. Let's have a look at that one. So we're going to go down. So I'm a wedding photographer. Hello, fellow brides. I'm in desperate need of a good, affordable seamstress to alter my dress. Ooh, okay. So here is a question. I'm going to copy it. So what I'm going to do, going into Jasper, I'm going to go into templates. Now, I've got myself a question. This is just a random question, right? So I can go into blog posts. So which one would I do? Blog post outline. Let's do that. So I'm going to write blog post title, bang. I'm in desperate need. Okay, I'm going to write good and affordable seamstresses to alter wedding dresses in Melbourne, because that's where I am. So I want this to be witty and informative. So I'm going to write exactly like how I want it to be. Then I'm going to say generate. So let's have a look and see what it makes for us. So what I could do is I could quickly generate something like this. Do something like this. So this is actually, so blog post outline, finding the right string, seamless, what to expect when you hire seamless. So these are all different things that we could have in there. I could actually drag this in. And what we could do now is we can go into templates. Let's go into writing a whole blog post. So one-shot blog post. I've never used this one before, but it's generating a full blog post with intro, body, and conclusion. So the reason why I'm doing this now is you can start creating some like really good, valuable content for people. Yeah. And like, have a look at this. So what I would do now, so it's like blog post, finding the right seamstress for your wedding dress alterations, right? So introduction. If you're a bride-to-be, you know you're finding the perfect dress, blah, blah, blah. What can be altered on a wedding dress? Now, what I would do is I would cut and paste this onto your website. Then I would Google some people that actually do this and see if you can find like maybe your top 5 that you found that are really good. I would actually email those 5 people and let them know that you're featuring them on a blog post. And then I would publish this blog post, and then I would get the URL, go back to that Facebook group right now, and then I would answer it within a few minutes with a whole blog post to help that one person. And then I would say, if you need anything else, or if you're looking for a wedding photographer or anything, let me know. I'm here to help. And I would say something like that.
That is so smart.
Yeah. So you can literally, like I can, you know, because man, like I think about this all the time in marketing. I can book literally 6 figures worth of work with just one strategy. And it could just be something like this, where like most people are hustling, trying to grow views on Instagram. And it's like, you could just do something like this, bring someone value. So if you have a look at this, I've had a few inquiries regarding signage. No, that's someone, let's see. Wedding photographer. Hi, can everyone share what type of paper they're printing their invitations on? There's a question. If I'm a wedding photographer, I'll be smashing that right now. You know that person's engaged, right? And they're sitting there right now. That was 13 minutes ago. So like, why isn't there a photographer doing this right now? It's madness. Because what happens is it's not only, hey, everyone looking for hair and makeup for a bridal party. So
Yeah.
what I would do is I would write a blog post real quick about and recommend a whole bunch of them and then put them all in there and say, I've worked with this person, worked with that person. And I've actually worked with a lot of photographers, makeup artists. So I'd actually have on file on my phone, like 5 of them straight up that I can share. Hey everyone, just letting you know if anyone has any good contacts with people who does catering near Glen Waverley, someone could do 70 people, please. Same thing, catering up to 70 people or 100 people in Melbourne,
Yeah.
and it'll cover all the areas. So you can sort of see what I'm doing here. Like I literally can go through so many things. Well, most people do this. You can see that they're advertising themselves. They're not bringing anyone value. No one clicks on that. Like no one cares. Right?
No.
But the second that you've created something for them, then everyone cares. Like, thank you. That is so good.
Yeah. Really
The
cool.
trick is, it's not about the person that asks the question. It's about the silent people that literally add themselves into these groups. There's 6,000 people in this group, and then they're getting married, and then they take themselves out afterwards. So I know that if this person here, hey guys, for those that have eloped in an Airbnb, I mean, here we go. So like I would write one about eloping in an Airbnb, tips and tricks, things to think about, look out for in Melbourne, whatever it is. It's not about that person though. It's about everyone else that's on that group, that's reading your comments and seeing how you're getting back to people and like bringing so much value.
Yeah.
See this
'Cause
person
people
here. I'm a
also have
celebrant who
a-
owns Airbnb elopements here.
Yeah.
My suggestion is to, and they wrote a thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And you just get lots of people going to look. I don't know, it kind of creates the trust thing with them.
Exactly. Okay, so
Yeah.
what I would do, like the educating parents, homeschooling and unschooling.
Yeah.
That seems like a good group you should be in, 34,000 people. And I would go in there literally while people are writing, like, they could be writing anything about their kids. And then you're sending them blog posts of who you are, like your stuff, your blogs, and then they're reading all that. Now, to take things to a whole nother level, though, imagine this on each blog post that you did, but you finished with a call to action. And on each blog post, you have like a tiny introduction on who you are.
Yeah.
And then a call to action at the end saying like how they can work with you. Now, I don't think I have this on here, but if you do have a look, like you could have it on the side, which I used to have. I don't know why they don't have it on there, but I actually introduced Mel because she's the one that like writes most of my copy. So you could say about the author, right? Like introduce yourself. I'm a family photographer. I travel all over the place. One day I can't wait to shoot on the Sunshine Coast, right? Yeah. And then I would have like, would you like to work with me? And have a call to action. Just click here, send me a contact thing, and let's work together. It's cheaper and easier than you think. Now you're literally have a reason to get your stuff in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. That's so cool, so helpful.
Yeah. Do you think that one strategy could help you book some more work?
Yeah, I think like a huge amount. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not hard. That doesn't feel overwhelming at all.
No. And one of the things that I would do, so if you just kept compounding that, what happens is after a while, your website is going to rank on Google very well because you're going to have so many blog posts. But guess what? The secret is not just in like that you're creating all these blog posts. There's a technique that I use that I share in the business map, and it's called copy stalking. Now, copy stalking is one of the most important and powerful things that you can do because the way that you speak and the way that I speak could be different to the way that your perfect client speaks, right? And so what we need to do is we need to copy stalk, which I do in Facebook groups, which is the easiest because people are unfiltered, they just write whatever, but they'll ask questions in ways that you would have never even thought of. Now, for example, so many people, you copy stalk in emails as well. I always copy stalk all my clients, the way that they ask me questions in email. So a question that they will ask me is, hey, Jai, I'm a little bit confused on what raw images are. Like, do you mean it's an image without a watermark? And can I get these images printed? Like, what is a raw image, right? And so someone will ask that and I'm like, yeah. Why do I say raw images on my website when no one knows what that means unless they're another photographer? It makes no sense. So that's just me not reading the room and saying something like industry jargon that my clients don't understand. So with that and copy stalking that, I would write instead, I'm going to give you large images that don't have any kind of watermark so you can take it straight down to your local printer and get those printed and framed instantly. So if I wrote something like that, they understand exactly what I'm saying. And if I feel like my website like that, It's awesome. So those questions, the way that they write them, you make blog posts the way that they would write them, because the way that they're writing them is the same as the way that they would Google it.
Yeah.
So even like, especially if you find ones where it's like, hey guys, looking for recommendations for family photos, not even sure where I should go or where I should start looking or what I should wear. Like they would say something like that, and then bang, like you write a blog post like, I bet you're looking for a family photographer and you're not even sure where to look, where to go, or what even to wear. And you write a blog post literally like that. And then someone else is Googling that or whatever it is. But when they get on your website, they're like, oh, she's talking directly to me. Yeah, she is actually, because you speak that way. And then a whole blog post just on that, put in all your photos and everything, share it on stuff like that. You can just share straight into those Facebook groups too. Like if you just like, guys, if you're looking for a family photographer, you don't even know where to start. I created a blog post. You don't need to book me or anything. I hope this helps everyone in this group from wherever you are in the country.
Yeah.
Like you just write stuff like that and you keep popping up every month like that in those groups. People can't not take notice of you.
There's a Australia-wide group. It's got like hundreds of thousands of women in it, and people are always asking what to wear to their photo shoots. So
go in through those literally and exactly the way they write it. Like write a blog post for at least 5, because however they write it, the way that they ask the question, create a blog post, then do it again, then do it again, do it again, and it will look like on your website that there's some like double ups, but they're not. You're going to write them differently. Use Jasper to do it so it saves you time. Literally, you'll have 5 done in 10 minutes. And then you can rotate those and keep putting those into the Facebook group too. And you know that you're covering all your bases. And if that's the most asked question, you know that everyone's asking that question, all the time.
Because people actually don't even answer them anymore because it's asked so often.
Exactly. And so they would also be searching. And if your thing is on there, like you're winning the game. And if no one else has done that, like you won the game.
Yes, that's really cool.
Next thing to do, like same thing, Sunshine Coast, like have a look at Sunshine Coast families, homeschooling, like whatever Facebook groups you can find. Like even ones like for travel, like traveling to the Sunshine Coast, like caravan parks, hotels, Airbnbs, like whatever like people are looking for. And then I would write blog posts around like people asking questions in those and introducing yourself and saying, hey guys, like I'm actually not from the Sunshine Coast. I'm coming there to travel. I'm really excited to work with somebody. Like you could introduce yourself just like that. Or you could have that introduction on those blog posts themselves at the end. So if they're reading and you see all the information that you've got around family photos, blah, 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 and then they see that you're coming to the Sunshine Coast.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. I feel like I have a good some direction.
Okay, so you got a lot of work to do now. I want to quickly just double it down before I leave you. I want you to also, for each blog post, I want you to create a little Pinterest pin, and I'll show you how I've done it in mine. It's a little Pinterest pin because it's so important to get it onto Pinterest. So see how like you can add a pin like this, so then I can like actually pin it into Pinterest.
Yeah.
Now, what I want you to do is go into Canva, type in Pinterest template, and then once you've done that, you can create any kind of little template, and it's going to look like basically a graphic that has a photo on it, and it has the headline. 3 tricks that will help you stop procrastinating, like whatever it is, 10 ways to learn passive income, whatever it is. Choose your favorite one, whatever your blog post is called, put it inside of that. Just change the name, put your own image in there, and then put that onto the blog post itself, which I have done a lot of times. I just can't find any of them. Okay, so see how I've created that?
Yeah.
How to launch a website for your photography business. Because the reason why I wrote this, everyone asks this question. Jai, how do you launch a website for my photography business? So I know if I go like this and press save, pin that into like, wedding photography education, save it in there. Now, when someone goes to Pinterest, like how do I launch a website for wedding photographers? So if I go to Pinterest, now there's a whole nother platform where people can actually find you.
Yeah.
Okay, but have a look at this for an example. What to wear at a family photo shoot. So people will create something, like even just like a little thing like this, and then they pin it, right? So then if I click on that, I'm like, ooh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
What to wear? Like, let's have a look. So this person here has made a really nice tile. You click on it now. And then you go to their blog post where they've created tiles like this, and then they pin those tiles so it like sticks right out. And now they're going to like rank in Pinterest as well.
Yeah. Cool. I can do that.
Yeah. So now you're going to have just by like simply doing two things now, you got two reasons. Actually, I'm going to give you a third reason, but two reasons why you're creating that blog post. The third reason is the one I actually said before, and I'm going to circle back around here, was you're going to collaborate with other brands, other vendors, like whatever it is. So as soon as someone says, like, for instance, like if you're going to do one on a seamstress, like I would be contacting as many as you can. And the ones that get back to you, I would include those into the blog post and just say, hey, if you want to share this, just let you know I'm putting a backlink. I'm going to send some work your way. I'm putting a blog post. I'd love to feature your business. And I'm just introducing myself. My name's Amanda. I love your stuff. And so like what a lot of people forget is like you need an introduction to other people in some way. And so what you're doing right now is you're introducing yourself. And it's not about who you know, it's about who knows you. And that's the quickest way to get someone to know you is by putting your hand out and shaking their hand. How do we do that? We create some blog posts.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So with this one strategy, without getting overwhelmed and overworked by doing a billion things and thinking about a billion things, I want you to continue to do this all year long, all the way till December, over and over and over and over. And then it will start compounding. You'll start getting more work. And the cool thing is right now, like I said before, the first one, maybe someone will see it, maybe not. Second one, maybe not. Maybe they will. 10th one, maybe not. Once you get to the 25th one, you've at least got a few now that are out there and people see it and it's answering their questions. They're finding you from Pinterest. You get to 50, like you've now every single time you do it, you've still got all the work that you've done. You just keep stacking all that work.
Yeah. Thank you.
No worries. Happy?
Yeah. That's just made everything so much clearer, more direction. And it's not even hard. I've been trying to do a blog for ages and I just haven't been motivated. But that makes it...
You've just seen me do one on this coaching call with you.
Yeah, easy.
So easy. That's the thing. Like with business, we overcomplicate everything. We think everything's got to be hard. We got to learn all the Facebook secrets, how to get more views on Instagram, how to do this, how to do that. And man, if you just want to have a successful business, you don't need to do any of that. And you don't have to get uncomfortable. Like there's so many strategies that work for so many people. And that's why I get so excited about marketing, because for me, like I could literally market a wedding photography business to hit 6 figures in at least 30 different ways with 30 different strategies, and they all work just as good as each other. You know, so it's like finding the right way for you and your business and the way that you work and the time that you have and everything else.
Yeah, that's so helpful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Amanda. Are you got any last questions or anything?
I did have one question.
Yeah.
Would you put prices on websites on your app?
I don't mind prices on websites. Like one thing that's really important these days, especially I've noticed in the last, like a bit of a shift in the last like 6 months, is people want things fast, like really fast. Yeah. And so I'm definitely not against not having them on your website, not having them on your website. And I think if you don't have them on your website, you should at least have a chatbot on your website and then have a couple of pre-answered like questions that they can click on. Like for instance, chatbot, and on the chatbot should say like, would you like to get my pricing? And then they say yes. Then they put in their email address and then they can instantly download that price guide. And then you email them and say, hey, I noticed you just downloaded my price guide. Like, I just want to get in touch. Like, how are you? And flip the script. And like, then that way you're on the front foot. And if you got that chatbot on each one of your blog posts, like you're changing the game, because they can access you fast and then they can get to your price guide instantly. And they've already given you their details as well. So fast is key. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really cool.
Okay. I do actually want, just a last little tip, I do want you to put on a chatbot onto your website, just so people can, like, if they go onto your blog and stuff, they can literally chat to you. You can use Zendesk, you can use Driftbot, or you can use Video Ask. Video Ask is a fantastic one where it's literally like a little chat box in the corner, but you've pre-recorded yourself talking. So it like pops up in the thing and it's like has a picture of you like waving.
Yeah.
You know, you could just do like a little wave. It's like a little GIF, and then they click on it and you could go, hey, are you looking for my prices? If you are, click the link here and you can download it. If you want a free consultation, hit my calendar and you can book yourself straight in. I can't wait to hear from you. You could just say something like that, and it's like, man, you've changed the game. You're going to convert people so much quicker. So yeah, have a quick look. Something like that. Like, it's just going to, you can have a look at all the videos on that thing. They can actually send you a video as well straight from there. So they can actually record themselves saying like, oh, hey, Amanda, just want to get your prices, like whatever it is. And you can actually do the same back to them, or they can do audio messages, or they can just send you a message. So you're giving them any kind of way that they want to talk to you.
That's so cool.
Yeah, fill that pipeline. So 2 things you want to do. Get more people on your website. Do that by smashing them with tons of value, answering all their questions, going above and beyond. Work for free. Work for all of them. Work for every question. And then from there, next thing is convert those people. Like, have the chatbot there. Like, have a call to action. Tell people how they can work with you. When are you available? How many spaces you got left? Create desire and urgency that way. And then from there, you just keep compounding it. Keep working. Keep getting in new leads. And the rest is on the next coaching call.
Thank you so much.
No worries, Amanda. Thank you so much for being part of everything. And I'll see you very shortly. And I'm glad I could help you today.
Thank you.
No worries. I'll talk to you soon.
Hey, Make Your Breakers. Want to streamline your audible dose of inspiration, motivation, and creative biz insights with a custom playlist made just for you? Was that a yes, please? Kicking our arses into gear, sifting through all of Make Your Breaks episodes to date. Yep, we're talking all 200 plus episodes. We've meticulously curated some banging playlists just for you. We want to help you to make that break ASAP. So whether you're a newbie or have listened to every episode a million times, jump into the show notes and check out the little something we whipped up to generate your very own custom playlist.